Hey everybody, I'm with Bruce. Yeah, we just got back from a hike at the Martin Marietta Park in New Bern, North Carolina. I went out looking for elderberry, couldn't find any, but we did find some goldenrod. Right now, Bruce is just chilling on the couch because it's hot out there. It's very humid. It's in the 80s, so we didn't go for too long, but we found some nice goldenrod. So we're gonna make a tincture. So here's the goldenrod that we found along the trail, and we just harvested it this morning, like an hour or so ago. I've been letting it sit out so that any little critters will run away and not make it into our canning jar. It's really important to know that you don't want to harvest your goldenrod from just anywhere. You want to make sure that there's no chance of any pesticides being placed anywhere where the flowers can be growing within a 5 to 7 year time period. So that's very important. When you're making medicine, you don't want to put in any chemicals. So what you need to make your goldenrod tincture, aside from the goldenrod, is a quart size ball jar and canning lid. Wide mouth is easiest because you have to put the plant matter in it with the vodka. You want wax paper and a marker for labeling, and 100% vodka. This is organic vodka from Prairie Vodka, and that's what we've been using. So one more supply you'll need to use is a pair of scissors so that we can just trim the flowers off. I wanted to show you what the goldenrod actually looks like. There are long, slender leaves with one prominent vein going through each leaf. And then the goldenrod is that beautiful golden color. And it's the flower that we're going to use for our tincture. So you're going to just snip into the jar the flowers, just kind of inspecting each one to make sure that there aren't any plant spots or bugs. There may even be some mold or decay that you don't necessarily want into your tincture. So I found one that the leaves are browned. The goldenrod actually looks as if it's passed. So I'm not going to use this flower, and I'll be putting it outside once I'm done making my tincture. So I'm going to continue to just trim off the flowers that I want to go into my medicine. And just going back to where I selected my goldenrod. For several days I've been passing beautiful areas of goldenrod on the side of the road, but they're alongside farmland that I believe uses pesticides, fertilizers, herbicides, some type of chemical in order for their plants to grow. And I don't want to ingest or create any medicine that is going to have that foundation in the plant. So you really want to stay away from any harvesting where there was a chance of fertilizers being used for 5 to 7 years. You want that to clear out of its system. I know it's a long time, but if you're making your own medicine, you want to start with the best. Otherwise, truly, why bother? So continue to clip your flowers until you have a about half of the jar filled up with the flower heads. This tincture will be a wonderful way to combat seasonal allergies. Goldenrod comes out at the same time as ragweed, and it is a way to help anyone who suffers through allergies. Take a tablespoon of the tincture when it's ready, and it'll really help to stave off the effects of those allergies. Goldenrod is also a diuretic. It'll help to remove impurities from your kidneys, so it'll flush out your system, just like dandelion. So it's another way to just really improve the health of your system. Okay, so I'm just doing the last of my clipping of the goldenrod flowers and putting them into my jar. And then we will move on to adding our solvent, which is the vodka. Again, it's 100% organic. And here you can see it's about halfway filled with the plant matter, the goldenrod. I'll take my vodka and just pour it right into the ball jar. I want to make sure that all the flowers are submerged, and in looking at this, I need more vodka. So I'll go into my pantry, get another trusty jar of prairie vodka. It's what I use to make all my tinctures. Right now I have calendula and chaga tincture happening in my cupboard. So now that I have all the flower matter submerged, I'm going to use not just my linen ring, which is what you see most of the time. I learned from an herbalist that before placing the ring and lid on, you really want to create a barrier using wax paper to prevent a reaction of the vodka, the solvent, and the metal ring. So I'll use that wax paper for my label, and then I'll put my ring and lid on top of that. So I'll label the wax paper with today's date, September 23rd, 2025, along with what I'm creating, Goldenrod Tincture. And then I'll put the wax paper over the opening of my goldenrod, along with the lid in the jar. And I'm going to give it a stir, give it a shake, and I'll keep this in a dark cupboard for 6 to 8 weeks, and as close to every day as I can, I'll give it a shake. I did realize that once I gave it a shake, the plant matter was not fully submerged. So I topped it off with more vodka, which just equals more medicine. And I'll give it another shake and place it in the cupboard. I hope that you'll give this a try, making your own medicine for yourself and your family. There really can't be anything much better than that. You know where you've harvested the plant matter from. You know the ingredients are pure and organic going into your medicine. After 6 to 8 weeks, remove the ball jar with your tincture from the cupboard, strain using a cheesecloth or strainer. Pour just your tincture into an amber jars, a darker jars, to hold on to all the nutritious components, medicinal components. And as needed, take 1 tablespoon of the tincture so that you can have clear, beautiful days. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll give this a try. Take care.